Hi guys, in this video I'll show you how you can use ChatGPT and Midjourney, two AI tools, to create a children's storybook along with images. So we'll use ChatGPT to create the story or to write the story, and Midjourney to create the images. So let's do it. Okay, so I opened ChatGPT and I'll ask it, can you give me a children's story idea? Okay, let's see what it gives. Okay, here's a children's story idea, The Lost Kitten. Okay, I want a story that is more relatable for Indian kids. So let me ask it. This story is okay, but I want something that Indian kids can relate to. So here's what I'm asking ChatGPT. What are well-known collections of children's stories in India? Let's see what it has to say. Okay, India has a rich tradition of children's literature, and there are many well-known collections of children's stories in India, and it has given us some of the most popular collections of children's stories. So the first one itself, Panchtantra, it's something that we all have heard growing up in India. So I think that's a great idea. We can, ask it what are some famous Panchtantra stories, and then we can go on from there and select a story. So let's ask it. Can you give a list of the top 10 famous Panchtantra stories, along with a short summary of each? Okay. All right. So the first story, again, here it's a very famous story, The Lion and the Mouse, where a tiny mouse asks a lion to not kill him, and in return the mouse helps the lion when he's trapped by a hunter, and then it frees the lion, and the lion is thankful for not having killed the mouse. So it's a very famous story that I think most of us would have heard at some point while growing up. So I think we'll go with that story. Okay, so since we want to create a storybook out of this, I'll ask it to divide the story into 10 slides. So we'll have 10 pages, and then later we'll create a picture for each page. So okay, so let's ask this ChatGPT to divide the story into 10 pages. So can you give the Lion and the Mouse story in the form of 10 slides? So fantastic. So ChatGPT has given us this story in the form of 10 slides. So you can see the first slide is Lion and the Mouse, a picture of a lion and a mouse. And then second slide is once upon a time, a lion was sleeping. And then third one, a little mouse accidentally ran over the lion's nose, waking him up. The lion was angry and gripped the mouse in his paw. The mouse begged for mercy and promised to help the lion in the future, and so on and on. And I think you know this story, so I'm not going to repeat the entire story. But it has also given us an image, what kind of an image that could go along with each of the slides or each of these pages. So that's amazing. So now what we'll do is we will use this entire summary in the form of 10 slides that it has given us, and for each of the slides, the image that we need, we'll create it using Midjourney. Midjourney.com is the website, and when you go to this website, here you will see a join the beta button at the bottom right, and when you click that, you'll get a Discord invite that will allow you to join their Discord server, and the Midjourney bot on the server will create the images for you. So let's go to the Discord server. I've already joined it, and I'll show you how this works. If you go to the Getting Started channel, it gives you a basic description of how this bot works, and they have created this newbie channels where you can go and use the bot, and you have to type /imagine and then describe what you want the image to be, and it will generate 4 images in 60 seconds. So it takes a minute, it will generate 4 different variations, and then it will give you options whether you want to go ahead with one of those 4 variations, and if you want to download them, it will give you buttons for that, or if you want to still play around and create other variations, you can do that as well. Imagine, and then we have to type our prompt, which we'll take from ChatGPT. So a picture of a lion and a mouse. Let's take this, and here we go. So ChatGPT has generated these 4 images. If you click on this, you can see the images here, and you know what, I kind of like the first image. No, actually this third one looks better. The mouse is clearly visible. It looks like a mouse. In this one, it actually looks like a lion cub, so let's not use that. We'll use this third one. We'll go ahead and use this U3 button, which will mean that it will generate the full upscaled version of this third image. So it has generated this 4 variations, and you know what, the mouse looks a little bit like the lion. It looks like a lion cub, in fact. So I think the last one is probably better. What we'll do is we'll press U4, which will mean that it will upscale this last image and give us that image in high resolution. Okay, here is the image that Midjourney bot has generated for us. So I'm gonna save this image by right-clicking, and then you can save from here directly, or you can open the link for the image and save it from there. But opening the link will help us because we want to use the same style for other images. So we'll open the link and then save it from there. So now we want to create the second image for the story, and we want to use the same style. So what we'll do is we'll copy the link of this image, and while giving the prompt for the second story, we will add the image link before the prompt in the command. So slash imagine and then the image link and then our prompt. So we'll again go back to ChatGPT, take the prompt of this second chapter or second slide of the story, and we'll use it here, and there we go. Okay, so it has generated these 4 images again, and actually I like the third one, so let's use this third image and we'll upscale it. So that will generate the full resolution image, and now we'll follow the same process for all the 10 slides or all the 10 chapters of the story, and then once we have all the images ready, I'll show you how we can create a storybook using Canva. So using Midjourney, we have now generated all the 10 images that we need, and here are the images. As you can see, they are pretty creative, pretty interesting actually, and if you were to create these images from scratch, if you are an artist and you try to do this, it will take you many hours to create this kind of images, and if you pay someone to create these images, then it will cost you a lot of money. But with Midjourney you can do it for free, or if you take the paid account in Midjourney, you can also generate unlimited number of images using that. So now let's go to Canva and generate the storybook using these images. So we go to Canva and we search for storybook, and yep, it gives us this storybook templates. We can just use a blank template. Here we'll upload all the images that we generated. So in Canva I am using this image frame where I'll add the image. Let's add some text on top of this. After some editing, I've created the first page of the storybook, and now I'll just duplicate this and I'll add the other image and the text for that second page, and so on. So here we go, we have the final storybook in form of the PDF, and it's looking really great. And this is the very basic use of Midjourney that I've shown you here, and you can do a lot more creative things with it. In fact, if you go to the Midjourney website, they have a section called Showcase where you can go and see what other people are creating, and your mind will be blown, I guarantee that. So just check out these tools. I'll link everything in the description of this video, and I'll add this PDF and the images that I generated, all of that in the description. So go check that out. Go check out these tools and try out for yourself, and comment below what you create with these tools and let me know. Stay tuned for the next video. Bye bye.